Hi guys. I'm going to give part 2 to where we left off when I got the phone call. So this is part 2. I found some of my other tarot cards that I haven't, or my tarot, I meant my oracle cards that I haven't messed with in a while. So maybe we'll get some new directions on things that are going on. The first one I drew is my other spirit animal oracle cards. So I wanted to see what animals want to come out and what they have to say for us. Dear God, please continue to bless this reading. Part 2, Amen. Okay. Oh. Singer, the humpback whale. Singing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power of your soul. So I must be talking to someone who's gifted in singing. And I'm also drawn to the blue because the blue is your emotions. You know, you think of water, blue, calm emotions. And you know how the whale is very regal. You know, he just glides through the water. You know, so maybe it's telling you we need to glide through life, you know. Or it's telling someone your talent of singing you need to bring to the forefront because there's people that need to hear your voice. You have a special voice. So it's calling you to come out of hiding. Face your fears like I am. I'm facing my fears. So maybe you need to come out of hiding. Plus blue's the throat chakra. Singing, communication, because whales are known for their communication. Like on the first one, we were talking about communication. And blue is the throat chakra. So your emotions may be going a little wild. Okay, so our next one is, my favorite, Independent, the cat. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. That's for all of us independent souls running around, right? We're so used to doing everything by ourselves, you know, with nobody to help. But you're a healer. Cats are intuitive too. Like earlier, we pulled the dog with the other ones, and the dog is loyal, which is man's best friend. You can say, "Hey, come here, Rover." Rover comes over. But if you call your cat and say, "Hey, Midnight, come here," she may not always come over to me. But they're very intuitive. You know, they're really spot on. So I always watch my animals because I know they're telling me something. So I pay attention to them. So remember, your intuition is strong, which is your solar plexus chakra, which the colors show that too a little bit with the yellow. So when that gut of yours says, "Hey, this is wrong, don't do it," don't do it. Because when you don't follow your intuition is when everything goes sideways. I know that for a fact. It's happened to me. So I've learned to listen and hone in on it. And it's kept me straight, on the straight and narrow, that's for sure. All right, so let's get another one. All right, so we got, supernatural, the dragon. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. So someone's very powerful and is in touch with their clairs. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. You know, there's a bunch of them. And someone's connected to the dragon. And when I see fire, fire reminds me of a passion, of being bold and standing out and not be afraid to take chances. It's telling us to step out of that shell of ours and be seen and heard. Because we've got, okay, so here we got a few things. You're a natural healer, okay? You have the gift. Your voice is your gift. Even if you're not a singer, you might be a poet or a writer or a teacher or a counselor. But whatever it has to do with your communication and the way you communicate with people. And obviously, you're a natural healer. They have to hear your voice. Your voice calms people. And I'm talking to someone that they know that too, that you're the one that, and when everything goes south and goes to hell, you're the one they come to for that comfort and that guidance and that holding and that, because you are a natural nurturer on top of that. Empaths, a lot of our empaths and star seeds and our indigos and our rainbow children and our star seeds. You guys know this is right. You know that your voice is what we need to hear. Through song, through poetry, through writing. Any type of communication you do, we need to hear it. And you're protected by the supernatural. The dragon is calling your name. I love dragons. I've got a tattoo of a dragon actually on my leg. A mama holding a baby, so whenever I see the dragon, I think of power, strength. You can overcome anything, any obstacle. It's in our, a lot of us struggle with the obstacles in our life, right? But you gotta learn to go with the flow. Go through that obstacle course. Yes, there's going to be things in our way, and there's going to be people, there's going to be situations, there's going to be people trying to stop us. And sometimes the biggest obstacle in life is our own mind. The mind is so powerful. It is the most powerful thing there is. Your mind can make you or break you. That is all up to you. And I had to learn that the hard way. Because I could have become a slave to my situation. I could have been, oh my God, I'm in a wheelchair. I can't do this. Oh my God, what am I? And I don't. I look at it as a challenge. It's just an obstacle that I have to overcome. And it's a mental thing. I can't let it enslave me, because if I let it enslave me, then I'm giving in. And I don't want to give in. That is not in my DNA. And being in a wheelchair can be an obstacle for people. You know, it's hard to get around sometimes. You know, we're always afraid someone's going to push us, we're going to hit somebody, or we start rolling, and then, you know, we get behind someone who gets impatient, and then the next one gets impatient, you know, because it takes time. It takes a lot of patience for people in wheelchairs. You have to be patient with a lot of them. Some are able to do for themselves and can go and go and go and go. And others can't. And they rely on their people or their caregiver. You know, I've taken care of a lot of people in chairs too in my 30 plus years. You know, it's hard. And I don't ever want to think I'm going to be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. But whatever God puts in my path, I have to accept it. I have to accept it. There are things that get thrown at us that we don't want to accept. Sometimes you have to accept things that are uncomfortable. It teaches us lessons. That chair has taught me so many damn lessons. It's not even funny. And I've even been lucky in my life that I've had the best conversations from people who sit in wheelchairs. You know, when you go to a nursing home, the elderly are all alone, and sometimes there's nobody that comes in and talks to them. Sometimes, a lot of times, a patient's thrown in there, and it's like, okay, goodbye. They don't have nobody, and sometimes we're the only people they see in a day. Maybe volunteering. You know, if you want to volunteer some of your time, go to a nursing home. Read to people, say hi, go visit. You know, because this is a lonely ass world. And when you're lonely and you're by yourself and you're in a wheelchair, the smallest act of kindness makes the world a difference. Just saying hi to someone that's different makes a difference. You know, I never want anybody to feel sorry for me. That's one thing I never want anybody to ever do, is feel sorry for me. Because that's been a teaching tool for me. It's made me look at life a little different. You know, my rose-colored glasses have fallen off and broke. And that's the truth. All right, so I'm going to draw in angel numbers for you. 0550. The eye candy. Intuition. Inspired action. Beauty. Art. Socializing. Flow. Potential. Romance. Get some fresh air or call some pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or will you go out on a date? Put your charisma to use every day. Spread your charm around. Ooh, someone's being called to step out, see the world a little bit. Take time. Go outside, take your shoes and socks off, put your feet in the dirt or the ground and recharge. Or go to the nearest tree, and the first tree that you see, you hug it. Okay. You know, after my accident, I hit a tree. And I went over to that tree and I hugged the tree and said, thank you. That tree saved my life. I'll be forever grateful to it. And hugging that tree made me cry, but it was one of the most healing things I could have done for myself. I know that sounds strange to a lot of y'all. Hugging a tree, you're that crazy tree hugger chick, right? No, they're not crazy. And it is true. You go to a tree and you hug a tree when you're feeling depleted of energy, and that tree, because the roots are in the ground, energy comes up through the roots, through the trunk. And you hug that tree, you're going to get so revitalized. I can't wait until I can get under the big tree out in my backyard here by the creek and the railroad tracks. Because that's where I'm really going to enjoy getting to talking and knowing everybody. Because I got to do the same thing. I got to connect back into nature. I'm missing my nature. I love it. I mean, I'm an air sign. I'm an Aquarian with the Aries moon, so fire's big to me, but I'm also Taurus rising. So I'm connected to the earth. I love love. I love beauty. I love nature. I find beauty in the smallest things, littlest things. Beauty's everywhere, but we got to open our eyes to see it. A lot of people live in a black and white world. They don't see beauty in the tiniest things. From a little butterfly to a bird to the flowers on a tree, a plant, a fish. Beauty's all around us, but we don't take our time to notice it. And that's what we need to start doing. We're being called to be connected back to nature. The ones of us that are on a little bit more of a spiritual journey, maybe, the shifted timeline that had happened, the Mandela effect, which is something I could really get into. I went down some serious rabbit holes. And I see where they're trying to erase our memory. You can't. Especially as Gen Xers, it feels like they're trying to erase everything that we grew up knowing. I knew it as Jiffy peanut butter, not Jif. The Energizer Rabbit, the batteries were on his back, not on his leg. Mickey Mouse, did he have a tail or didn't he have a tail? Just little things like that. But it scares me. I love it. I love it. 888. Karma, baby. Karma. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. I love karma. Karma can be a bitch, or she can be your friend. That is your choice on how you treat somebody. For all the good you do for someone and all the bad you do to somebody, comes back 3, 7, and 10-fold. I know God and karma are taking care of me. And I have faith that they will take care of me. Without faith, you have to have faith. There's no way around it. There's just no way around it. My faith is my everything. I'd be lost if I didn't have it. And God, I love seeing this card. 888 Karma. Thank you. I needed to see this card tonight, and I thank you. That means they're listening to me too. That was confirmation for me that the universe and God are listening to me, because I've been doing a lot of praying. A lot of praying. Now I'm going to get one card out of my trusty Moonology deck. This was the first deck that got me into doing what I do now. This is one of my first decks. I need to get back with the old faithful decks here, you know. And I'm just going to pull one and then I'll close out the night. I thank you guys kindly for being here and listening to me. I have the gift of gab. I could talk all day. But I really appreciate you being my friend. And I'll really appreciate your honest feedback, because it does mean a lot to me. Now, I don't want no negative comments and hate bullshit. I don't want that. I just want real input back. And if you don't believe in this, I understand that. Just tell me why, because I want to make this an open communication. Because I still believe that God gave people the gift. Some of us have the gift of prophecy. Some of us have the gift of clairvoyance, clairaudio, clairsentience. You know, so I believe that in my heart. You know I was born with the veil because of my grandma having an Indian. She had it. She was an Indian. She used to be able to see everything, see spirits, talk to them, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I believe in my heart that was passed down to me from her. I believe with all my heart she guides me through a lot of shit. And I'm very thankful for that. Okay, babes. Here we go. Let's see what we got. New Moon in Scorpio. Go deeper. The Scorpios. You're regaining control of a situation that cut deep. You've moved through your fears, and now you can see where the issue has come from. Now is the time to gloss over the facts. Rather, it's time for you to face your darkest concerns and go deeper. Your situation may need to crumble before it can be renewed. Almost like the tower in the tarot, right? Magic is called for. It's crucial to stay strong now. Sexually, it's time to reach for true communion with your partner. Financially, this is a blessed time to work with someone on a joint venture. It's time to release a grudge. So you're manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to sex, money, or an obsession you've been grappling with. And your mindset is, know that you're magic. Clear out negativity to supercharge your manifestation powers. And your affirmation is, life goes in circles and my life is now regenerating. So I guess some of you guys got to go down deep, dig deep into your shadow side the way I did. You know, I had to do the same thing. I'm not a confrontational person at all. I will walk away in a heartbeat. But now I have to stand up for myself more. Not be afraid of people anymore. I got to show authentically who I am. Either you accept me or you don't. I love everybody. And I am very, very thankful for the friends that I have made. Along this journey, I'm meeting people, making friends. And I hope to continue to guide you and get better and better and better and better. There are going to be days I'm just going to get on here and just talk bullshit. Because I sure have a lot to say. And a lot to share. But if you guys ever want to just say, hey, Mindy, let's talk about this subject, I'm all for it. I'm an open book. I would really enjoy it. So y'all, I hope y'all have a good night, and I hope I opened some messages for you and answered some questions maybe. So I just want all y'all to have a great night, and remember, don't let anybody take your sparkle. Mwah. Love y'all. Until the next one. Bye.